Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome from my side, and I have the pleasure to inform you about some technical stuff. Though it's all about electronically controlled safety systems in cars, how to check it during PTI, and I would explain that to you in the framework of the European legislation and the initiatives which has been set up in Europe to introduce ECSS testing during PTI. So I've divided my presentation into more or less 5 sections, small sections, and I try to use 20 to 25 minutes and have not much more to say about it. And the first point would be the introduction. Secondly, I'd like to talk about the research method we used during the ECSS study. And thirdly, about the results. And most important for you, maybe the implementation in Europe. What is all about this implementation and what are finally the next steps. So let's start with the introduction. So in 2012, the European Commission has introduced a roadworthiness package in order to develop the technical inspection and roadworthiness to the current status of mobility and the new innovations which are coming up in a more frequent and really fast way. So what was the elements of this roadworthiness package in 2012? It was, as always in Europe, if a regulatory is further developed, there is an impact assessment necessary. So there is in front of every change in the directives an impact assessment to be done, and there is also included a customer consultation. And one important aspect of the roadworthiness package was the ECSS study, which I'm going to explain in detail to you during the next, let's say, 20 minutes. So the question was, how is it possible to check the electronically controlled safety systems during PTI in a really smart way, with not that much time consumption, and have an approach which is already final to be included in a legislative regime. So this was really a big assignment to be done starting in 2012 with this study. And as always, there was a need for a cost-benefit analysis in order to see if the new inspection methods are able to be implemented in a cost-beneficial way. The research method was more or less an empirical approach, though there was at the beginning a laboratory test in order to see what is under certain conditions possible, and after the laboratory test there was a field test in certain European member states, and at the end we have really recommendations how this can be implemented in the current law.